Assalamualaikum, we are group 4 from section 1 of Human Factor Engineering class. So in this video, we are going to present our group project. So for introduction, for background study, musculoskeletal disorder are leading cause of disability among people of India working years. The most popular academic assessment tools that used to examine the workers are RULA, REBA, ART and also MSc. For the problem statement, the facility, workstation design, practice and overall production process are always being neglected by industry and company. The objective of this study is to study the working environment of employees following the guideline of OSHA. Second is to prevent ergonomic health problem and also hazard at workplace. And the last objective is to raise people awareness of occupational health issues. And the scope for this study is mainly focused on the health, safety, comfort and as well productivity of the workers in the workplace. And next, the postural loading on whole worker's body.
My name is Nur Kuzaima and I will continue with literature review. Ergonomic is employed widely in industries, especially in developed countries. For instance, industry of manufacturing, production, healthcare, education, and retail, such as Mr. DIY. The usage of ergonomic has cost the organization money due to the application of ergonomic, since a more complicated workplace is needed to accommodate employees. Next, ergonomic has emerged as a crucial component of workplace safety. It is due to the rise in accidents brought on by repetitive motion, excessive force, and awkward postures. Lastly, numerous occupation and work environments have a few common physical risk factors. Particular focus should be given to risks that have a cumulative impact on workers, such as cumulative trauma disorder, CTD. That's all from me.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Naakila binti Bahaudin and my metric number is CD200128. Next part is methodology. So here we have 4 methods that we use to assess the risk of work-related musculoskeletal disorder. First, rapid upper limb assessment. Second, rapid entire body assessment. Third, manual handling assessment chart. And last one is assessment of repetitive tasks. First, rapid upper limb assessment. The rapid upper limb assessment is a quick and user-friendly method that assesses the upper limb, neck and trunk, including shoulder, elbow, wrist, neck and trunk. It uses 3 methods, which is posture, force and repetition. The overall score is calculated by adding the score for each factor, with a higher score indicating a higher risk of developing MST. The RULA method is available for identifying potential ergonomic hazard in the workplace and reducing injury risk by making necessary changes. Second, rapid entire body assessment. The rapid entire body assessment is a method for assessing the risk of developing musculoskeletal disorder in the entire body. It evaluates posture, force, repetition, and coupling, assigning score to each factor. The overall score is calculated by adding the score for each factor, with higher score indicating a higher risk of developing MST. The overall score range from 1 to 15, with higher score indicating a higher risk of developing MST. Third, manual handling assessment chart. The manual handling assessment chart is a tool for assessing risk factor in lifting, carrying, and team manual handling activities. It helps users understand, interpret, and categorize risk level. 4 factors are identified, which is load weight, distance from the body, and lift duration. MSc provide numerical score, color code green for low risk, amber for medium risk, and red for high risk. To use MSc, load weight, distance from the body, and lift duration must be known. The corresponding score can be used to identify tasks with a high risk of MST. Last, assessment of repetitive tasks. The assessment of repetitive tasks method assesses the risk of developing musculoskeletal disorder from repetitive tasks involving the upper limb. It evaluates 4 factors, which is frequency and repetition of movement, force, posture, and additional factor. The overall score is calculated by adding the score for each factor. The ART method assigns a score to each factor, determining the risk of developing MST. The score range from 0 to 12, with higher score indicating a higher risk. The ART method is useful for identifying tasks with injury risk and implementing changes to reduce injury risk.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Kalisha binti Jaiman and my metric number is 810020. I will explain about the analysis of result and discussion part. The first work task is labeling item. The advanced era of labeling item tasks will be contain RULA, REBA, MAC and ART. The max risk level for 5%. Excluded is person 1 since he is under limit. The highest score is in carry operation for 4th person, and the lowest score is 1 in team operation for 4th and 5th person. ART score for 2 person, which are 2nd and 3rd person. 2nd person tends to do his right side more than his left side, while the 3rd person is the opposite. For the recommendation that can be suggested for this work, to take a few minutes for standing up if you sit for a prolonged time, sit down if kneeling, and move around for a minute. Next, get shoes that have comfortable feeling. The second work task is loading stock. The average score for loading stock is 8, while the highest is 10. This is for the REBA score. The score for all person is at high risk level, thus investigation on this work task is needed and implement change. The MAC score for second and third person is higher score in leave category. The team category is involving person number 4 only and the risk is low. The overall score for the carrier category is a medium level, indicated action is required soon. For the ART score, in loading stock, the workers except the fourth person are using both sides to perform the task. To limit the risk of musculoskeletal disease, some recommendation for loading stock operation are using comfortable and adaptable equipment and avoiding excessive lifting or reaching. Cashier. This is the third work task, cashier. In REBA, 2 of them got a high risk level of score, which is 9 and 10, one at a very high risk level, and the rest are at low to medium risk level. While in RULA, they are at 6 to 7 score, which is the investigation and implementation needed soon. On the other hand is ART score. The first person has often used both of his sides to perform work. For second and third person, they tend to use their right side more than their left side. And for the fourth and fifth person, are opposite of second and third person. The AC score for cashier, the lift part got 5 to 6 score that indicates action is required shortly for lifting operation. There is no score for team operation since the task is not required in more than 1%. The recommendation that can be implemented in cashier operation, cashier should be given anti-fatigue meds. It will relieve the tiredness produced by lengthy hours of standing on a hard surface. They also can boost productivity by eliminating forceful exertion tasks. This is the next work task, arranging the item. In RULA, the highest score is at 4%, while the lowest score is at 1st and 5th%. The range between the score for highest and lowest is 2. The second and third person got the same score, which is 4. While in REBA, their score is 6, which means that they are at medium risk level. The lowest score is for second person, 3. Arranging ART method in arranging item, all workers tend to use their right side more than the left side, hence they got a higher score for the right side. The MAC method, they get a higher score in lift operations compared to carry and team operation. First and fourth person got the highest score, which is 6, and the other 3 people are in the same score where they are scoring 5 for lift operation. An important measure that can be taken for arranging operations is including the weight of item and the body posture. When handling big, complex material, employee must use suitable lifting technique and mechanical aid. This is the last work task, carrying the item. In RULA method, the highest score is 12, followed by 11 and 10. The lowest is at second person, which is 7. The REBA method, same as RULA score, they got a highest score for 5th person, followed by 4th, 3rd, and 1st person. In the ART method is only for 2 people, which is 3rd and 5th person. For 3rd person, he tends to use his right side to do work, but the 5th person are using both of his side to perform tasks. The score for 3rd person is 14 on the left side and 17 on the right side. The MAC is carried out for 2% only, which are second and fourth person. The lifting operation has the highest score among carry and team operation, since the first step to carry is lifting the item. An action is required for lift operation because the score for both person are equal and more than 13. A recommendation that can be highlighted for this task is not exceed the limit of your body to carry item. Other than that, ensure that the things that you carry are not higher than the individual's lines of sight. That's all. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurul Nabilah Mutamiuddin and I will tell about the conclusion of our group project. The integration of agronomic principle is an effective way for addressing musculoskeletal disorder while fulfilling the objective. First, the site visit and OSHA compliance. While visiting the Mr. DIY, we gain insight into working conditions, evaluate economic risk, and identify potential hazards that causing the multiple musculoskeletal disorder. Second, the coronal musculoskeletal questionnaire is used throughout the assessment for cognitive demand and task complexity, while the facility focus intervention of ergonomic health issue. The advanced ergonomic risk assessment era, the objective is to measurement and sophisticated technologies to identify the biomechanical sensor and repeated action that create the effective ergonomic solution. The benefit and impact is to support the worker health and safety, while increase the awareness of occupational health concern and encourage a culture of well-being. Also, emphasize the value of prevention measures. By achieving this objective, the organization can create the healthier and safer work environment and enhance the employee well-being and productivity. That's all from our group project. Thank you.